All right, if you think you know Java, but the last time you really dug deep was around the Java 8 era, you might want to buckle up. We are about to go on a whirlwind tour of just how much this language has changed. And trust me, it's a lot. Let's get right into it. And I mean that. Seriously, the features we're about to cover have completely reshaped the way modern Java code is written. It's more expressive, way more concise, and honestly, a lot more fun to write. You see, starting with version 8, Java kicked off this quiet but massive transformation. It went from being that super reliable but, let's admit it, often wordy workhorse into a truly modern platform that's not afraid to embrace some powerful new ideas. Now, the first and probably the biggest change was how Java just went all in on functional programming. And this wasn't some minor syntax addition. It was a fundamental shift that changed how you could approach and solve problems. And the key that unlocked this whole new world, it's this beautifully simple concept, the functional interface. An interface with just one single abstract method. That's the magic. That constraint creates the perfect, unambiguous target for a chunk of code, and it's the bedrock for what comes next. And you can see the payoff right here. On the left, that's the old way, a clunky, multi-line, anonymous inner class with all that ceremony. And on the right, a clean, single-line Lambda expression. It does the exact same thing, but we've just torched all the boilerplate. I mean, what a difference for readability. Okay, so building directly on top of Lambdas, we got the Stream API. The best way to think about it is like a super efficient assembly line for your data. You grab a collection of items, put it on the conveyor belt, and then send it through a series of processing stations. And that pipeline is just so logical and powerful. You start with your source, your list of items, then you can filter out anything you don't want. After that, you can map each item, transform it into something else, and finally, you collect the finished products into a new list. It's a clean, declarative way to process data. But that functional revolution was really just the beginning. The next wave of features had a clear theme: slash the boilerplate and make the code safer and more intuitive. Let's just rapid fire through some of the greatest hits. Just look at this. On the left, a plain old Java object, a POJO, with dozens of lines for fields, a constructor, getters, equals, hash code, all that stuff. On the right, one line. You just use the record keyword and Java generates all of that for you, giving you a perfect immutable data carrier. It's a game changer. Here's another one that fixed a problem we've all struggled with. Trying to build a multi-line string, say for a SQL query or a piece of JSON, was just a mess of plus signs and escape characters. Now, you just use text blocks, those triple quotes, and you write the string exactly how you want it to look. So clean, so simple. Even the classic switch statement got a huge makeover. The old version was so easy to mess up. I mean, who hasn't spent time debugging a missing break statement? The new switch expressions are way safer, they can return a value directly, and they even pave the way for powerful features like pattern matching. The var keyword is another fantastic example of cutting out the ceremony. I mean, the compiler can obviously see the type from the right side of the equal sign, so why do we need to type it out again on the left? Var just lets the compiler figure it out, which makes your code so much cleaner without losing any type safety. And finally, sealed classes. These give you, the developer, way more control over your code. You can now explicitly say, hey, this class can only be extended by these specific subclasses. It makes your designs more robust, more predictable, and more secure. It's awesome for modeling complex domains. Okay, so beyond just making the syntax prettier, Java has also been busy rebuilding some of its core foundations. These next changes fixed some major historical pain points and really set the stage for the next generation of applications. The module system, which landed in Java 9, was a monumental change. It lets you break up massive applications into smaller, well-defined modules with clear boundaries and explicit dependencies. This means stronger encapsulation, better performance, and ultimately, code that's more secure and easier to maintain. Oh man, anyone who's ever worked with the old date and calendar classes knows what a nightmare they were. The new java.time API from Java 8 is a complete and frankly heroic replacement. It's immutable, it's thread-safe, and it's just a clear, intuitive way to handle dates and times. A huge quality of life upgrade. Creating collections that can't be changed, which is a huge best practice for safe code, used to be kind of clunky. Not anymore. With simple factory methods like list_of or map_of, it's now a one-liner. This makes doing the right thing the easy thing. which is exactly what you want from a language. And this last one is subtle, but it is so important. Default methods are the secret sauce that allows the Java language itself to evolve so quickly. They let the Java team add new functionality to core interfaces, like list, without breaking millions of lines of existing code around the world. It's what makes all this innovation possible. So, when you step back and look at all of it together, yeah, it really has been a revolution. Java has systematically smoothed out its rough edges and built upon its core strengths, turning into a language that's more concise, safer, and way more powerful. Java's no longer a language that's just sitting still. It's evolving, and it's evolving fast. And that just leaves us with a really exciting question to think about. If this is what happened in just the last few years, what incredible things are we going to see next?